No one talks about how hard it is to stay disciplined when your small business isn't making sales yet. When there's no validation, no orders, and no motivation, this is what keeps me going. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Keep watching to know how to stay disciplined as a small business owner, even when you feel unmotivated. So, the first thing that I want to talk about is that discipline does not equal punishment. Oftentimes, we see discipline as something hard, dreadful, and out of reach. But if you shift your mind to look at it as a form of self-respect and self-love, you will find it much easier to be disciplined. You know you need to do something even if you don't feel like it, because the future you needs it. So a small thing I like to do when I'm finding it hard to be disciplined is reminding myself of my goals and how I will feel once I achieve these goals. This reminds me that whatever task I'm putting off is actually me self-sabotaging. So I choose discipline as a form of self-love to keep going and moving forward for my future self. The second tip I have is plan it out, even if it's imperfect. Staying disciplined becomes very hard when your mind is cluttered and you have all these things that you have to do but have no idea how to do them or when to do them. So my best advice is to sit down and start a breakdown of your plans. For example, if you are wanting to start your own passion project or side hustle, write down what needs to be done. Whether that's building your website, creating content, creating social media accounts, break it all down and start setting timelines so you can tackle these tasks one by one. Discipline is much easier when the path ahead is clear and it's not as overwhelming. Planning will also reduce the decision fatigue. So as you work through your tasks one step at a time, you will get a better idea on what needs to be done next. And just a quick reminder that even a messy plan beats no plan. And number 3, easier said than done, but do it when you don't want to. If you set your goal to start your website today, but you really don't want to, you still need to go ahead and do it. You need to act upon your decisions and not your feelings. Once you tackle these tasks, you will see motivation follow very shortly. And this is where discipline is actually built. When you do things that you said you were going to do, you show yourself that you can do them, even when you don't want to do them, even when it's hard to do them, even when it seems impossible. Taking it one step at a time and checking off your to-do list throughout your day, even when you did not want to do these things, is what builds discipline. Number 4, having visual reminders of your goals remind you of why you're doing this. And when you see your why daily or a couple of times throughout your day, you will want to do things even when you don't feel like it, because you set these goals for yourself and you just need to see what you're working towards daily. So having vision boards or photos of your end goals, this is very helpful. Setting this up in your room or as a wallpaper, just having that visual reminder will also help with building discipline, because you will always remember why you're doing this. So number 5 is fall in love with the journey. Make the process fun and do more of what you enjoy. For example, I love creating these long YouTube videos, so I really look forward to creating content, editing, and recording voiceovers. But this isn't always easy, and it's not that I always feel like doing these things. That's where the discipline kind of has to take over. But overall, it is something that I enjoy and I'm more inclined to do it. So romanticize the process. If there is something that you want to do, incorporate something that you are, that's like kind of your strength. Whether that's you wanting to start a side hustle and you're wanting to sell tote bags. And if you are really into designing, then do more of that and showcase more of that because you genuinely enjoy it and you're gonna want to do those things. But still remember that you will need your discipline to come in when you have to do those not so fun tasks. But just a reminder, if you only love the outcome, then you will quit early. So fall in love with the process. And here is the hard truth, which takes us into number 6, and that is stop complaining. Complaining drains your energy, and discipline grows when excuses stop, because complaining will truly get you nowhere. If you have set goals and you want to achieve them, then you will need to work towards them. It is simple, but again, easier said than done. Get into the habit of doing things when it feels hard, when you don't want to, when you feel like you're not making any progress, because even the smallest steps towards your goals beats that version of you that did not do anything towards these goals. So even if you're making a little bit of progress, that is still progress. And in the end, it will all build up. It will kind of compound. And looking back, you'll kind of find it easier that, hey, I made these small changes, or I took these small steps, and now I am closer to achieving my goals. Last, but definitely not the least, we are on number 7, which is discipline bleeds into everything. So if you said you were going to go to the gym, then go to the gym. If you said you were going to learn a new skill, then you need to take that first step. You need to practice discipline in all areas of life as they bleed into one another. So whether that is self-development or hitting a new PR at the gym or starting your small business or getting certain grades. If you practice discipline in all these different areas of life, you will find it kind of easier eventually. And you will also see discipline showing up in other areas of your life. And that brings me to the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you are building something even when it's hard.